Hello again, everyone who just left. Pap asked me a question about the FAR static analysis, so we're doing a bit of the glorious Soviet space program. Let's see. What were we doing last time? Oh, the lunar shots. That's right. Oh yeah, and I was going to get a Vostok capsule or something. Hey Pap. Okay, so I might do Raketoplan instead of a Vostok, because we actually have a lot of throw capacity with that launch vehicle. Anyway, so let's grab ourselves a rocket. Okay. Is rocket. So let's open up FAR, and we'll sweep AOA. That means at Mach 0.2, we'll sweep from 0 degrees AOA to 25 degrees. And here are the curves. So this green curve is the lift to drag ratio. You'll note that we have peak lift to drag at about 5 degrees AOA. The blue curve is the coefficient of lift. That goes up the more angle of attack you have, up to a certain point. Red is coefficient of drag. It also goes up. So this peak of lift over drag is where that ratio is highest. The yellow curve is the control coefficient. Basically, it means at any given point along the sweep, what the slope tells you what direction the vehicle will have force to turn in, what direction it'll have torque in. If it's downward sloping, that means that it will get pushed back up to here. And let's do a full sweep. So you can see basically where it crosses the x-axis is where your object will naturally align. If it crosses it more than once, for example, let's see if we can make it. No. Let's get rid of the fins. That'll do. That'll fix it. For sure. Yes, now you can see that it actually crosses the x-axis once, going straight forward, but then again over here, which means that once you reach, what is this going to be? About 35 degrees alpha right here, then it's going to want to keep turning away from prograde rather than turn back towards prograde until it hits this point of about, what is that, 70 degrees alpha, where it will be a island of stability, and in either direction it will try to return to that. So that's how you can tell how your craft will actually orient. Now in the VAB, the wind is coming from above, so this is treating it from above. In the spaceplane hangar, it's from the side. Yeah, so let's go to the SPH. Did I research? I must have researched supersonic flight. I'm sure I researched supersonic flight. Oops, that's mission control. That was stupid. Spaceplane hangar. No, steering losses are something totally different. That's where your thrust vector control or gimbaling or basically whatever you have. If your rocket isn't stable, that means you're going to have to fight against the air to keep it aligned. So you'll get some slight steering losses because you'll kick out of prograde slightly, and then your thrust vector control will push you back, so you'll be off prograde slightly. But really where steering losses come into play is if you're launching and then you're, say, like if you saw in my last launch where I was lofting high and then burning like 20 degrees below prograde on the second stage. That's mostly where you get steering losses, when you're like a bunch of degrees off prograde. And the reason you're doing that is because you want to control, either because you don't have enough of a thrust to weight ratio in your stage, so you need to stretch out time to apogee so you can use a long burning stage, or as in the last show where you actually have a fast burning stage and you need to pitch below prograde so that you don't keep pushing your apogee out further, so that you actually insert at apogee rather than like keep pushing apogee out and your perigee never rises. So let's make a simple little aircraft here. Stoker cockpit's probably a better deal. Let's put a nose cone on it. Let's put a tail cone on it. Put some wings on it. About like this. Okay, and let's put a tail on this. Oops, I think this is upside down, clearly. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, whatever. Oops, that's two of them, I think. Yep, that's okay. That's one of them. All right, now let's put an engine on the nose. Let's try that. Okay, so this is looking like a two-person TA-152 or something, broadly. Man, you can't zoom out very far on the SPH. Now, let's get our FAR analysis up. We are not statically stable. That makes not a great deal of sense to me. Interesting. I thought we were going to be statically stable, but apparently we're not. Nope. Whoa, that was weird. Why are they up like that? There. Okay, so we're not actually statically stable here. Although I thought we would be. I guess the engine is not very heavy. All right, so now we're statically stable-ish. So now we can see that our best lift-to-drag ratio is here, still around. It's like 5.5 degrees, 6 degrees? 5.5. So what we're going to do is give us a little bit of alpha already. Oops. Yeah, now we only need to go about 2 degrees. That's 0.2. So let's go with 0.1 and see what happens. And we'll naturally end up about perfect. So without any control input, we should fly at best LD right here, it looks like. And we'll probably never get beyond Mach 0.5. So that's staying about the same. All right, so Pap, is there anything else you'd like to know about this? For airplanes, you're going to care about this page a lot more than you care about rockets. You don't really have to worry about this page for rockets. But you can see right here, that's what, about 250 miles an hour. Everything's green. We need what angle of attack? All right, so at 250, we actually have too much rotation on the wings. Let's see about that. All right. Okay. So, yeah, that's fair. Don't have to save it. Yeah, so basically the TLDR of all of that is when you're designing something that you care about the aerodynamics of it, you want to do an AOA sweep. You probably want to do it at Mach 0.2, Mach 1, and Mach 5 for a rocket. Because you want subsonic, you want transonic or very barely supersonic, and then you want hypersonic. And that'll give you enough information about how it will deal with things. So, where was I anyway? Let's see. Tracking station, 26 days. So we have nothing really to do for 26 days. Certainly can't do that. All right. Let's just, I guess, warp until the tracking station's done. We'll roll this out so it's all ready. And then we'll wait until the tracking station completes. Or wait till the launch pad finishes. And tracking station. Night lunar launch. All right. All right, let's see if we do okay. Target it, and launch into plane of target. 19 hours. That's depressing. Are the pumps on? Pumps are on. All right. I think we wanted 140 for this. I forget exactly. I mean, we have gobsmacking quantities of delta V, so it's not like we're going to lack for delta V. I'm not playing from Baikonur. I'm playing from the Cape. So this is not quite the actual Soviet space program, by far. But I know how to launch from the Cape, and I've never really launched from other sites, and I just don't want to deal with having lunar launch windows, really. So away we go. So this launch vehicle, for the second or so you saw it during the day, is basically a single R7 booster with a straight tank, then with a lighter version of the Block E upper stage. Well, the Luna Block E with the RDA 105. So basically, the upper stage you saw yesterday and one of the boosters you saw yesterday used as a core. So we have a very hot liftoff, to be sure. And then almost 7.5 minute burn on the upper stage. Yeah, I really don't want the hassle of having to wait, like only having some lunar launch windows rather than actually being able to launch per day. Oh yeah, and I have to reset this. Actually, much to Lamont's displeasure, I am going to futz around a little bit with doing a southern dogleg. Because we need to be as close as we can to things. Okay. Huh, it failed. That's interesting. All right, so we launched way too high. But that's okay. Now let's go ahead and come back. See how this dogleg worked. We can totally ditch the fairing sides now. Pitch up a little bit. Probably end up about 205 by 205. We'll see. All right, so the DN is right there. I think we probably went south too much. All right, let's kill some serious inclination here. Probably went below the orbit. We'll see. I have like 1,000 meters per second spare delta V, so I think we'll be fine. And if we aren't, we'll launch Spider 2. Oh yeah, I screwed up my dogleg by a lot. I was very aggressive doglegging. We want the AN to be ahead of us somehow. The planar AN, not the equatorial AN. It's coming. We're driving it towards us. Come on. Get over here. Oops, that's a little too far. All right, so we're a full degree off. All right. All right, now we're going to try to match and hope we get quite close. All right, so we actually did worse than a straight launch from that doglegging, but hopefully we'll still impact the moon if we play our cards quite right. Stopping our spin. Now, we need to create a Hohmann transfer. All right, so we're still bullseyeing the moon. Now we need to increase it to 3197. All right. And let's get near the moon. That looks about right. Yeah, we're kind of high. It's what being off by an additional 0.1 degree on top of what we normally would from the Cape will do, because I screwed up my dogleg. But let's hope that that's broadly correct. It's in 29 minutes. Let's see, what if we put some extra in? What happens? Let's orient. All right. Now, it's not materially changing much. All right. All right. Let's hope that that's sufficient. So, where's our engine? There's our engine. We're going to shut down our engine. Oh, except we're not connected. Let's wait till we're connected. Whoops. Why? Oh, this stupid... Once again... Probably used up a fair amount of... Yeah, that used up some nitrogen. Sure it did. Okay, now at least we're connected again. Let's recenter. All right, now let's shut this thing down. All right. Let's check map view again. We're still bullseyeing it. No science to be done. It's a 20-second burn, so about 10 seconds beforehand we should fire it. Let's get close. All right, just in case, we're going to queue it up in the flight computer. So it's in 14 minutes from now. And I said 10 seconds before. Okay. Now no delay. Let's get close. Okay, at 2 minutes before, let's realign with the node, which is, I think, here. No, it's down here slightly. Okay. Oh, shoot, that's not going to be stable, is it? Because we just ran out of nitrogen. Come on. Oh, the heck with it. Rather do this than... Okay. Why are we precessing like this? That's bad. 99 meters per second off? That's freaking weird. We are going to hit the moon, though. So that's nice. Wibble wobble. All right. Are the antennas not? Doesn't. If they're not action grouped, it doesn't matter. All right. So Tote's going to hit the moon. We'll also get some high space science, I think. Okay, transmit all the things. Okay. Okay, there's all that science. Science to be done. We did. Lunar Impactor and Lunar Flyby. All right. That was a successful mission. Well, I did have to futz the nitrogen, so. Yeah. Like strategy, when I'm playing myself and it's something so close and screwy like that, rather than redo the whole mission, I'm just going to push it a little. We have mucho dinero. We can just do these things again, I guess. And I've already done that once. We'll wait and use that to verify heat shield. We'll do that with sun synchronous. And oh, I think we already did sun synchronous. Milestones. Yeah, we did that already. All right, that's fine. Okay. So I only really started this because Pap had a question. I'm going to pull it to a close there. Thanks, everybody.